What are you doing, babe?
Mopping the wall.
So we've removed all the rubbish.
Oh yeah, I like the side of it then.
Meaning we've tidied up.
I'll make
We've
it a
swept.
clean spot.
Making clean spots on the wall. We've cleaned the unit because we're going to take that up and put it in the house and take the one that's out in the house out. The one that's falling apart. Already started mopping the floor, as you can see.
Clean spot.
We took all the beds apart. And then we saved some bits and pieces. As you can see, there's quite a few clean spots where the line pass has fallen off.
We have so much more to find. It's a brand new adventure, leaving the daily grind behind.
Don't miss a minute of the house or the fun. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell, 'cause the journey's just begun.
Hello. Taking the ceiling down in the summer kitchen.
Full of rat poo. Blame Sam.
Nice.
Not nice.
On a lighter note, we did clear the floor in here.
I need to clear this cupboard.
Made it nice and clean in here. Apart from the walls, which we've got to try and sort out.
Chewy, not chalky.
I was just saying how nice and clean it smells in here now.
Kinda. A lot of work to do in here still.
Yeah. The walls are still black, but we can do a comparison.
Got to erase this one. So this wire that sticks through here, you can see it up in the loft. So it's actually mudded into the floor up there, and it's one of the main cables maybe, but it wasn't connected properly, which is probably why the main 63 amp don't work, and I had to pull those wires apart. So in here, you still got the cables up, but I'm going to take down the ceiling because the main consumer unit for off-grid will come in on that wall, and then because we're having a kitchen on the far wall, I really want to run the cables through, but I need power in this room and a light for the bathroom. Sam's really helping though, and a fighter back. She really wants to get on this thing and pull the house apart. And Sam?
No, not with the ceiling.
Why? Why don't you want to do this lovely clean? Oh look, you can get this off eventually.
That's been hanging.
Bit.
But we are going to try and do a bonfire tonight.
Yeah, I think that's left the burn.
Now it's sunny today,
Okay.
where we had all the storms. We're going to put a post about someone coming to collect some of the grapes, because they are literally dying off and being wasted. But
You want to take a video of this ceiling?
So here we are in the summer kitchen. I'm taking down the ceiling. So we've got water damage up here where there's a leak through. So I need to go up and do the roof at some point. But at the moment I'm taking down these ceiling beams, and it's not your eyes, they are actually that wonky. So you can see that it's undulated all the way along. That one's really high and then low. So I think it's going to be a false ceiling put in on here just to level this out, because it's a mess. But obviously we can't tell the intent of when they originally built it, what they actually wanted the ceiling to look like, but I'm guarantee it's probably not like this. So we've got so this was, I think, dripping through. They went up and rescued it. It's leaking through from the end of the valley. That wonky one and light one I've had to put back in because they were all falling out. There's 3 of them there. I think it's that one, and that one. But we can see up into the summer kitchen here. So obviously we've taken out the mud from there because you can't get these things back in with the mud there. So yeah, so essentially we're going to strip down this ceiling. I've got a load of stuff here on this was clean space. Because what I need to be able to do is run wiring round, because our bathroom's here and there's no wiring in it. So originally this little black spot here was an IP65 outdoor socket, and there was an extension lead plugged into here. It was nailed all the way around the door, all the way along the skirting board, round the back of this cupboard, round here and just up here. And I think you should be able to see with this camera. And that's where the light bulb was, and that's the only light in here. It was just an extension cable hung over that nail. We got some stuff to start doing the bathroom in here, so we can actually have a proper bathroom. Sam's outside. That's where we're going to have the bonfire later on. Window guys, obviously that's down. That's we've got some really astonishing windows. Sam's just smashing up stuff outside by the looks of it, the sound of it. What'd you throw that on the floor for? Why'd you lean it up against the glass for? It's probably not a good idea leaning stuff up against glass. So yeah, so ceiling down this afternoon. We've got about another 2 hours of daylight remaining. As you can see, it's quite a nice-ish ceiling, but it's not. It's definitely got character, but it's not nice enough. I mean, you've got like bits of mud coming through in places. And I could sit there and probably cut down timbers and try and sort it out just to make it look a bit nicer so there's not so much mud coming through it. But it's just one of those things. It's maybe, maybe not, but I'm feeling it's going to have a real ceiling in, but a dropped one, and all the service wires can go all in around the top of it, and then it's happy days. But let's get on with the choking black wreath of poo.
So while Rory is doing the wiring indoors, I'm going to try and clear some of this. I've started already. When we had the bonfire last night, we had a couple of neighbours come up and ask us to stop. We think it's more to do with the smell than the burn of the wood, because we put a blanket on it and it did smell. So I'm just collecting up some of the glass and some of the rubble. Anyone that knows Bulgarian houses, you find roof tiles and bricks everywhere. So we're just having a go. See how far we get.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there, and then when I flip that, and I'll flip that wire for that, I'm going to
Didn't get to do much yesterday. Well, I did quite a bit, but it doesn't quite look any much different. We've had some It just got a bit too dark to record last night on the pile of bricks. I've cleared all the path along here. It's just very muddy now. That all blew over. It's quite windy here today. And then I dug a path all the way along round because it is hard standing, but the middle is all broken up, and we pulled some of the tree and branches off of the wall, which is literally growing through the wall. There's a pile there that I've got to throw over there today, but as you all know, I struggle with my back and my hip, so I'm very much pain today, and so I'm kind of taking it easy and watching Rory do some wiring. We have made a friend, Toast. He's around here somewhere. Well, we call him Toast because that's what Bryony wants to call him. There he is, cleaning himself.
Oh, you know how bad this is. I've started taking some of the bricks off, but look at that. It's pretty bad, huh? I don't want to rock it anymore because I know it's going to collapse.
As you can see, Rory decided to take the chimney down. Now repairing the hole that he's made.
These are no more. So there's a tile just left lying across the top there because I haven't mortared them in, but yeah, and there's another couple of tiles lying on the plane. It comes down this way, but it took about 2 hours to get down. I put a little cap on the chimney up there because I don't know whether it was the tiles that are on top of them that's causing the water to run in, but we cleared that through. A new valley. There was a sheet of steel lying around in the garden which I cut and found out that the grinder is really crap at doing things, but so there's like paths and stuff in this garden we never knew existed. I think it goes through here, and this may have been a gatepost across here, but I did some top-notch repair work on this wall, so I just threw this in there just to support this wall. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with this, to be honest. As you can imagine, it's not in good shape, really, is it? So the wall, so where you can see the mortar there, the rest of this wall is just chucked there just to fill a hole, really. Hopefully we can save some of it. The wall's not even straight. The other end of it, if you can see, the wall's actually tipped over. Does that actually show? So the wall's tipped quite far, which is because there's no support between the two sides. So as the roof's pushing down, it's pushing the walls out as well. I got to probably cut through all of this and get this off. So if we can, we'll try and save that, and I'll have to dig out all the stones so I can sort out the stones now that I've cut this back a bit more since I've done that. But that's a great big stump, and probably one of the main causes of all the problems here. It was cut down some time ago, as you can see there, but for a long time it's not been looked after, so everything's kind of broken. It's one word for it. But the ridge is gone, and the rafters is gone, and I would say probably all the battens as well. But it's actually a reed and plaster building, so inside they've done quite a good job, but it's held together with mud. There's no mortar really in the bricks. Actually the render is the stronger part of it. So this looks like sand and cement, not lime. Definitely it's not coming apart so easily. So anywhere there's like moist or been shade, the flies live and they come and land on you. They're not like ones that you can like brush off. They're a bit more in your face all the time. So we've left that on there
because they're probably holding most of the building together on the end. We're getting the pass. We obviously got the wall down here in the corner of this. We knew about this anyway. And it's down over there. But tomorrow is electrical work day. This will be the first time I've ever come in this place. And looking at the ceiling, probably the last. It's very sturdy, but you can see the whole section of that wall needs to be ripped out anyway. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just dry stone wall it and then timber frame it up the top, which will give us a much better room in here to be used. Although technically I'd prefer to knock the whole fucking lot down. But yeah, so the walls are not... See, it looks to me like this is collapsed and someone's had a quick throw at stuff at it. But I mean, there's enough stone here to make something. But whether it's worthwhile doing is just another different story. I mean, it's not. This is all being pushed straight off the top of this joist. So, and the ceiling height and doorway height's a bit low for me. But yeah, so we're getting there. We can sort of see the outlines of the building and what we got. Another thing that we're considering is, if you look here, there's a... Oh, these flies are so annoying. This is the toilet. We think there's another one out on the front corner of the garden, but this is collapsed here, and we're not sure whether it is the toilet septic tank. Well, not septic tank, but the drainage for it, and it's all open, which isn't a good thing. Plenty of roof tiles back there, and I have been stealing some off here to do the house roof. But so Raider, this is a Raider chainsaw. It's okay. The chain on it is horrendously bad. It keeps on stretching. We've got the cupboard from inside. The hallway is outside. That's some of the chimney. The rest of the decent bricks are in that pile. I've still got to climb up on the roof and get my stuff off. But yeah, so it didn't take too long to get that chimney done. It's now coming on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we've been cracking on getting bits and pieces done. Oh, and we got a fine as well. So we had a fire here, and they came out today and gave us a fine. We had to sign paperwork for it, 50 leather fine for having an outdoor fire. So we've been told by one of our Englishish neighbours, Scottish, but that the actual ban comes off the end of this month, not the end of last month. So so we ended up getting fined for it. So we're in this morning, lights out, we're stripping off these cables. So the cabling for the house is an aluminium, let me see, can we see it? So they're an aluminium casing with aluminium casing with some sort of waxy paper, one bare, or not bare maybe. So they're shrouded in these, and then there's little metal clips on the walls. If you're not careful, the wall tends to come with them. So what they've done in most places, as you can see there, they've limed in little wooden blocks into the walls, which allows them to screw things to the walls, because the walls are horrendous trying to screw anything to. So the plan is, I've obviously stripped off most of this morning, but we're going to go and put in an isolator switch and a fuse for the house, and then we're going to chase around the wiring, replace it all, and it'll go into the new consumer unit here, and then it's a matter of going round, running our mains power cable all the way round, which is voila on the floor. So that's the action plan of how everything's going to go today. So this is obviously the grid feed, but it won't actually be the main feed coming into the house. The main feed will be coming in through here eventually, but what we're going to do is we're going to run a cable through, and I have a, where is it, there it is. So I have this, which is a settable fuse breaker, so any problems with the electric, it'll turn off. You can load set it, it's a multiple setting. Was going to put in the ATS, but we'll leave that one to go into the other unit, and I'll probably end up having to upgrade the other unit. So at the moment what we're going to do is try and do something on the wall there so it looks a bit neater, and try and pull the power around to get into our main supply. So obviously I've started at 8 o'clock this morning, or 6 o'clock UK time, probably go through till about 5-6 o'clock to get this all done. So we've got to drill out through the walls, and like a pleb I didn't bring a SDS drill, so some of the lime's really thick around it and it's making a right mess on the floor. But we got shutting the doors as we go, just trying to keep it all clean and tidy-ish. But we're gonna have to move some of this big furniture around just to be able to get into places. So the next stage is to drill through this and take off the junction inside the room. So the junction's up there on the wall. Then we'll clip out this, run in all the new light switches and cables for everything else to go in, and new junction boxes. There's a wooden joist above this which will probably fix the boxes a lot better, but it's trying to work out where they've came in with the cable, because it went in above the junction box, which looks quite high, considering.
Far away in Bulgaria, the plans are drawn, the papers signed, the future we have sought, a vision for a different kind of life that we have bought. Far away in Bulgaria, where the ancient stones now lie, there's a house we're getting ready, watching every day go by. Festivals and wonders, we have so much more to find. It's a brand new adventure, leaving the daily grind behind.
Don't miss a minute of the house or the fun. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell, 'cause the journey's